So I got a new deck today, and it might not be the best day to play a deck like this, since yesterday Principe got 3 trophies. Wish 7 months, appreciate you. Good morning to you. Yesterday, Principe got 3 trophies. We got 1, but Principe got 3, and I feel like the training weights are off, huh? They've been a little inactive. Hope that it doesn't continue too much. So this deck today, though, let's talk about what we're actually playing. So this is a Jund Reanimator list. We've been messing around with a few different Reanimator strategies, and this is kind of a new take on the archetype. Played a few matches with this deck last night. Felt pretty good, but I'm not, necessarily sold on it yet, but I thought it was gonna be fun and spicy enough to play. So the big ideas here are that you have your Persist, Unmarked Grave package, and you can also Unmarked Grave for Priest of Fell Rites in this deck over the Imperial Rites. Oh, whoops. Instead of like the typical package where usually I play Rites over the Priest in this deck. And then you also, to kind of enable consistency here, is you have Imperial Recruiter, which can either grab you Vile Entomber, which can put an Archon in your graveyard, or a Priest in your graveyard, or you can grab Young Necromancer or Priest of Fell Rites to get a creature back. But, of course, Recruiter doesn't have to get you those cards. Recruiter can grab you a Grist, a Seasoned Pyromancer, a Ragavan, a Ignoble Hierarch, another Recruiter. You can, get a little bit grindy with it. And this kind of, like, grindy Recruiter game plan with Grist and Ragavan and Seasoned Pyromancer Fury, I think that this is, like, a good plan B when your combo doesn't come together or when your opponent has a lot of graveyard hate. You also have, more ways to fight the graveyard hate in the sideboard. Sage and Prismatic Ending. This is really a Jund deck with a light white splash. And then we also have Fury as our main piece of interaction. And what's nice about Fury is while it's just a good card, you can persist your Fury to really win some specific matchups. And so because you have persist for Fury, persist is often going to be good without Unmarked Grave, and then Unmarked Grave is basically always good to cast in this deck because you always have something that you want to put in your yard. This deck is just Modern Horizons block constructed. Modern Horizons? Modern Horizons? Horizons? Yes, every single spell in the main deck is from Modern Horizons 1 or 2. Let's go, dude. I mean, there is Young Necromancer in there, so take that as you will. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Alright, let's mulligan this on the draw. Oh, rough start. Basic Swamp, Wrenn and Six, double Hierarch. Well, we're on 5 cards. I guess I'm putting back double Fury. Bad start. Yeah, you can also persist Grist, which is something that I want to do today. Oh no, why did I have to get a turn 1 monkeyed on the Mold 5? These 2 cards are good against Monkey, but way less so on the draw. We playing Boomer Jund today? Kind of looks like it, huh? But there's some cards in the deck. 1 point Stomping Ground. My opponent's playing. Oh, this looks like the Jund Reanimator deck. Is this just proving that format specific sets are bad ideas? I don't think so. I think this deck is like super sick and really fun looking to me. I think I'm really excited to play this deck today. Just I don't think that all the cards being from one block are inherently a bad thing. It's also definitely true that I think this deck is really fun looking. This deck is probably not that great. I freely admit this deck is probably not a very good one. Might pack it up to concede some info here. Probably good. Okay, so we're playing against the Jund Reanimator deck. Let's see what kind of graveyard hate they have. I wonder if this is what Prince has been getting all his trophies with. Did he post yesterday? Because he got 3 trophies. He hasn't posted about them yet. Maybe he has like a brew he's trying to keep secret. Okay, this list has no... Oh, it has endurance. It has endurance. 4 main deck endurance. Wow, that's one that's gonna be hard to beat. I do want the Plague Engineer. Oh man, endurance. We just have like no answers to it. I'll maybe cut the Entomber Necromancer. Could be a little slow in this matchup. Bring in the Sarah's Emissary. Alright, this hand's very good against the deck that plays Hierarch Ragavan. Clean 5/10 with Grixis Shadow. Yeah, I like the deck a lot. We're probably... My plan is to, like, if this deck doesn't go great, just kind of switch over to that one. I think there's a shell that can make Annex, Dreamleash, Wildfire. What? It's too early for this, chat. Alright, Dash Monkey, kill Wrenn. Now I get to establish Grist. Wait, they didn't kill Wrenn? What? Opponents. What are you doing? Just not killing the Wrenn. They must have Coco in their hand or something. Build a Copperline Gorge. Would you consider Leyline of Sanctity? I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want to board in Leyline against my opponent's deck. We milled over a Seasoned Pyromancer. It's a little bit of value. I think I'm going to get a Seasoned Pyromancer with this Recruiter. I'm going to get back Copperline Gorge. Just play that. My opponent has Coco, so I'm just gonna not sack the insects here. Yeah, you can persist Grist, so that's definitely a little bit of a synergy here. You're gonna be often persisting Fury or Grist. Maybe I should. No, I think discarding the Archon's probably good. Although this might be a game where I hardcast this card because I've got the Wrenn. Maybe my mana coming, and my opponent does have a decent amount of graveyard hate in their deck. So I can go Fury. Fury plus Wrenn and Six ping kills all of their creatures. I mean, my opponent probably should have minus Grist to kill my Grist, because I think that's what I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna go minus this. Sacrifice Insect, kill their Grist. Being an Insect, Fury their board. Open for 2. Oh, Grist is legendary in the bin. Oh no. Okay, you can't persist Grist. I don't think that breaks the deck. Yeah, opponent looks like they have another Coco. Good plus. I could find Priest and Fell Rites here. You find another Spyro. Alright, I think I'm just gonna attack with the Fury. Really not the worst case scenario, all said and done. I guess I want to get a little bit of value here. Flash this back. I think I'm going to try to hardcast this game. We're pretty ahead here. This really feels like a standard game. Get my white source. 2 lands away from the Archon, but with the Wrenn and Six, that's just like very easy to get. They can get their Kroxa back, but I'm not too worried about it, I think. Just kill it with Grist. Oh, that's true. If monkey connects, I can cast Archon. And it's pretty likely that the monkey... What was that? Destroy each artifact, creature, and enchantment with mana value X. Why didn't they kill my Ragavan? Oh, it's not X or less. It's just X. Okay. So, I guess we're going to assume my opponent has another copy of Endurance. I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack into it. Endurance so good against this. I think we just have to let him get us with it a little bit. And then I can kill it with Grist. And plus Grist. I can Seasoned Pyromancer, discard Wooded Foothills, Wrenn and Six. Go from there. Unmarked Grave. Kinda just gonna get another Spyro. Hard casting this next turn, of course. Double ping with Wrenn. Maybe that was better. Yeah, them not killing this Wrenn and Six was super loose, I agree. Yeah, Grist is so good. Alright, we really said this game's going way better than the last game. Of course, I feel like play draw matters so much in this matchup. Alright, cast Ragavan. Unearth Spyro's not too bad. Not sure that's too good either. Might be better for me to go this turn, Unmarked Grave for Priest. This way, like, I think this plays around them ever drawing another Endurance a little bit better because they have to have exactly Endurance screen card right now. Okay, cool. You go ahead and pack it up. I think I could just hardcast the other Archon next turn, of course. Okay, I'm a little bit scared on the draw, being a little slow against like a turn 1 Ragavan, but I don't think I'm supposed to bring in Prismatic Ending because it's just not good against the entire rest of their deck. Maybe we can play 1 over Sarah's Emissary. I guess it feels good. When are we gonna see Esper Reanimator? I'm not sure. I feel like I need to. I've been working on the deck. I'm just it's not ready to be streamed again. Well, my Kingdom for Ignoble Hierarch, mulligan. Alright, this hand's pretty good. So I like that this hand has Wrenn and Six to kill an opposing Ragavan or Hierarch, even if it's on the draw. I probably just put back Archon, although I would like to discard Archon to the Spyro. Right, might pitch the extra monkey to Fury. They don't play a lot of ways to kill Ragavan from what I remember. I don't know why, but somehow you're more of a control player for me. Well, I know why. It's probably because I play a ton of control decks, if I had to guess. But I also like to mix it up and not just play the same things over and over again. It's pretty good. If I had to guess why you think of me as a control player, my guess would be it's me playing tons and tons of control decks on this channel. Yeah, so they added a week to the season for some reason, and it's now ending September 15th. Principe got 3 trophies yesterday, which is terrifying. Prince hasn't posted what the last 3 trophies were. They were posting about this deck that they're playing a little bit recently, and then they were posting about Mono Green Tron as trophy 17. They didn't post about the most recent 3. Might have some like tech that they're like hiding, because three trophies in a day likely means they've got like a good deck list that they may want to keep hidden for a little bit before they like, maybe they're like looking to catch back up before they post. Interesting. So I can Fury to kill Grist, which I probably will do, just but I'll hardcast it after hitting them with Ragavan. Yeah, he definitely took off his ankle weights. Okay, so I could Bone Crusher instead. Doesn't seem too bad. I think this is gonna be a better for me though. Deck doesn't get listed in the 5-0 dump. I mean, it's usually like a few days away, right? Like you don't immediately see what deck's 5-0, but maybe we'll see. Yeah, Prince B got 3 trophies in 24 hours, which is pretty good. No, don't name Monkey. I might name Goblin actually. Where is the gap in the meta? Good hard control. I mean, my last 2 trophies have been with hard control decks. I know that people aren't really playing them that much, but I've been doing well with control decks personally. Light Skittles 4 months, appreciate ya. Yeah, I don't really mind just prismatic ending this. Black, white, red. How many leagues do I tend to play a day? It depends. At minimum 3, and at like maximum 5. I guess, I mean, not maximum 5. I played 6 before, but it's usually like 3 or 4 on stream, and then 1 or 2 off stream. But if I played 4 on stream, I usually just do like 1 off stream. Last night I played like half a league with this deck and realized I needed to like make some deck building changes, and then like just dropped the league and decided I would play this deck tomorrow. And then I also played some with we've been talking a lot about on stream about playing Murktide Regent in blue-red prowess over Storming Entity. So I'll just actually test that tonight. And I tested it last night. It felt a little awkward. The Murktide Regent. So while I do feel like Storming Entity is still not very good in blue-red prowess, I don't think that Murktide Regent is gonna be, or sorry, yeah, is gonna be like the good replacement. Matchup's pretty funny. Well, I guess I should have spiraled before. Attacking here. Although I guess I should, like, my opponent's at 4 life. I should just dump my hand here. Yeah, I cited out the Young Necromancer. Usually I would get the Young Necromancer here. Trying to think how things could go wrong. I feel like I just take a Grist maybe. How's D&D been? It's been pretty good. My D&D campaign, we're level 20. We're kind of wrapping up the like 4-year-long campaign, and then my Pathfinder campaign has been going pretty slow, honestly. We have not been making much progress. This is not the mirror. My opponent's playing Prince of Peace deck, the Jund Unearthed deck. They have a Coco, looks like. So see how good. Usually their Cocos are not that good at blocking because they have like Skelementals and stuff. They got Seasoned Pyromancer, I guess. Be a good hit. I could grave for Priest, but I would kind of rather do that next turn because yeah, I'd rather do that next turn since the last card was, they brought in Magus. Why do they always leave in Magus in these kind of matchups? I guess I don't know. I guess I show them 4 colors. Maybe it's fine. But yeah, but next turn I can actually reanimate. I think I'm actually just gonna Grist and then Grist again, just to get an extra token in play. Because next turn I'm gonna reanimate Archon with the Priest, so just put our best foot forward here. Another Coco? Are we gonna lose this game? Can we lose this game? It's gonna be really hard. They're at 2 life. Double Skelemental kills me? No, it doesn't, right? I just block. Yeah, that's 12 damage. I can soak up 2 of it, but I won. Endurance from the hand too. Funny. All right, feels good that like our plan B was just able to win that matchup against the deck with 4 endurance. Endurance is the best graveyard hate against us because we like you can't Reclamation Sage it, you can't Prismatic Ending it, you can't. I guess you can't Grist most graveyard hate. Okay, so this is a really slow reanimation. What a mulligan. Oh well, I'm gonna keep this hand, of course. This hand doesn't have any black mana though, so like we're either reliant on drawing a black source or hitting with Ragavan. If either of those two things happen, this hand's pretty good, so we'll just see what happens, right? Prince doesn't stream as far. Oh, Prince has a Twitch channel. I've never like seen them live, and I've never like they're at least like not an active streamer, you know. Reclamation Sage better than Foundation Breaker, you think? I think so, yeah. Yeah. It's at least like what we're going with today. So now I think I'm supposed to Grist here. Because my opponent is playing, it looks like Prow or Burn, and then they didn't lead on a creature or any spell on turn 1. They are likely to be on Eidolon on turn 2, which Grist is good against here. I'm just like default to calling people they, but I believe that Prince's pronouns are he, him. All right. Well, sad no black mana. Sad Searing Blaze. Yeah, every single spell in our main deck is from Modern Horizons 1 or 2. We have Wrenn and Six and Spyro. I didn't realize that until someone pointed it out today, but literally every single card is from Modern Horizons. It's actually Modern Horizons block constructed. All right, another Searing Blaze and a Lava Spike. All right, we need to draw a black source like right now. All right, that's a black source, kind of. The monkey's paw is curling a bit, huh? I bet my opponent's a little surprised to see Unmarked Grave for Archon here. Yeah. So every spell is from Modern Horizons 2, right? It's not just or Modern Horizons. Main deck Rolling Vortex? What a world. Well, they need to kill this Ragavan or I get to Persist. Yeah, I didn't know that Rolling Vortex was main deck. You know what's not in their deck though is Luris. Alright, well. We've got 2 cards left. Go, Insect Token, go. Maybe we're light on black sources. I feel like it's probably fine. You only need 1 black source. Is Blurred Breach a good choice? Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. We attack them down to 5. And they go down to 4. I think yeah, so if they brick on a burn spell, and they have a lot of looks at 1, but if they brick on a burn spell, they die. Looks like they didn't brick. Searing Blaze is not a hit. Oh, Skewer! Come on, opponent! Why the slow roll? You could just cast the Skewer! Why the slow roll? Oh man, that was frustrating. Opponent, please. Right, Archon's better than Sarah's Emissary in this matchup. They'll play 3 Prismatic Endings. That sounds pretty good. I think we lead on Monkey. The most of 6. When are we getting a Kaya brew? I don't know. Like it's so like Kaya is like a good card in Modern at the moment, but you can't like brew around it. You know what I mean? But Kaya's a good card. I imagine this is getting bolted. I actually kind of feel like I'd rather just go Hierarch, tap Blood Crypt here. Yeah, we lost because we didn't have any black mana. I think it's fine. This would be a nice situation to have a single mono red cycle in deck 4. Well, it would be good if it was in our hand, I guess, right now. But how do you guarantee it's in your hand and not like what's something you draw when you need an untapped land, you know? Alright, plan B. Grist token swarm. We do have prismatic endings in the deck to deal with the rest in peace. For now. Lingering Souls is not good as an unmarked grave target. I don't think that I'm interested in playing any. Go land. Jump block here. Another land is maybe just game over. You don't want to play Nether Spirit in a deck as creature heavy as this one, but you can play Nether Spirit in other shells. Massacre Worm's not playable. I mean, this just happens every time we play Reanimator decks. It's just like the entire stream is just like players suggesting reanimation targets or chatter suggesting reanimation targets that are worse than Archon of Cruelty, and I spend the entire stream telling chat that this suggestion that you're suggesting is cool, but it's worse than Archon of Cruelty, so I'm not playing it. That's just the entire stream. So maybe today we can just not. Oh, that's a top deck, man. They suggesting Worm or asking what you think about it? They were suggesting Worm. I mean, that's what I think about it. It doesn't. What's the difference, right? What's the difference? They're asking what I would think about putting the Massacre Worm in this deck. The white is for Priest of Felrites in the main deck. I think it's important to be able to Unmarked Grave for a or be able to Unmarked Grave for something that can reanimate a spell. And then we have sideboard Prismatic Endings, and then some like other white sideboard cards. Thought about adding Griselbrand. Well, I'm not sure if this is just a troll. It probably is, but if you're not trolling, maybe I should just cast the Unmarked Grave there. But Griselbrand is legendary, and you can't persist or grave for it. Oh, come on. Come on. Unfair. Alright, I'm just gonna like put another Unmarked Grave in the graveyard here. There's a troll, gotcha. Can we ask the other targets you've considered? I honestly like, and this is not, you know, just listen, but it's questions like that suck, because it's like to ask about other targets I've considered. Like I've spent like I've played a lot of Reanimator decks at this point, and I've gone through Gather and looked at literally every creature that costs 6 or more mana in Modern, and so it literally is every single card. And when I'm telling you that there's nothing better than Archon of Cruelty, I hope that you could just, you know, like Like that's like the summary of me considering literally every reanimation creature, trying a lot of different ones, and all of them are worse than Archon. And every single Reanimator stream, the entire stream is, it really is just chat suggesting Reanimator targets that are worse than Archon, and me saying, all right, well, that's cool, it's worse than Archon, and I just would love to be able to avoid that today. So they actually have to block this turn, right? If they don't have anything. Let's see if, I guess if they had a burn spell, they would have cast it, so I think we're gonna win this one. Why not add an Archon command? It doesn't matter if I add an Archon command. I mean, the mods need to handle the commands, because it's either like I like type ! Archon in chat every time I see a question, or like, you know, the mods can handle it, which is fine. You know, that's, I guess, what I encourage. I guess let's bring in this fourth ending, huh? And then I guess I want the sages too. But that, you know, it's... well, why not just let me, you know, say it out loud? I feel like that's even a more efficient way to handle things. You know? I think I'm actually going to trim my Recruiter. The card's like pretty slow in this matchup. When is Sarah's Emissary better against Archon? It's very good against specifically the Hammer Time and Food matchups and Elementals. Against those three decks, it usually just kind of comes down and wins the game. Can we keep this? I love having Fury against Burn. I don't think we can. I think it's just too light on lands. I'm glad I bought him the Persist. Gonna be decent against Burn. Archon is better. Archon gains life, and then it's like, what do you name? What do you name with Emissary against Burn? Oh, brutal. Yeah, what do you name with Emissary against Burn? I think we need to Fury this. I know it doesn't feel very good, but the nice thing here is that if they do play another creature, we can persist the Fury. Maybe we should have persisted the Fury this last turn. Down to 8. Probably dead. Maybe my opponent has all like red card, like sideboard cards. Rest in peace. The rolling vortex. They could just have lands too. More creatures maybe. Unlikely to have more creatures, I guess. Alright, that works, I guess. I think I'm gonna get top card Ragavan. I think I'll just get a Temple Guard in here. Down to 4 life. Okay, well, 1 is not 0, I guess. 1 is probably about to be 0. Yeah. No, our only life gate is Archon. I was thinking about like maybe having a creature to tutor for a Recruiter for this matchup, but like the best one's Core Firewalker and double white's just not castable. Guess I'll keep a turn 3 Archon. Turn 1 Saga, probably Amulet. Alright, well, I mean, this is the hand I kept. Knight of Autumn is a good call. Yeah, I think that makes sense too. Maybe would have been able to win this game. But a knight. Alright, I'll go ahead and get those 2 cards for... No! Come on! Come on! Ugh, that was disgusting. Guess we lose. And the relic. It's not the worst draw. Probably doesn't get the job done. I like the main deck relic. It's just it's throwing such a damper on our plans. I guess my game plans to just be abandon the Reanimator package and then pitch the Recruiter to the Fury here and then just spiral away the 2 reanimation cards next turn. Which is of course a huge advantage to having Spyro in your deck, is the ability to get rid of the dead reanimation spells when they have graveyard hate. But it's so brutal to get like bogged after having the draw where you go to discard on turn 1, which is like really uncommon in this deck. Okay. Get in the Zusa. Have one more land drop. Might be tough to be a graveyard deck. I feel like it's probably fine. Like if you have a robust backup plan, like I feel like our deck has. Could be wrong. Let's dash the monkey. I don't anticipate my opponent jump blocking. They might though. I don't think there's anything too good that we could hit, but it's pretty free to dash the monkey if I'm also gonna Spyro here. Yeah, we probably have one more turn. It's just like the Titan's gonna be really hard to beat. I guess we could maybe kill it with Grist. Trying to think what my plan is here. Persist Grist works. It doesn't because Grist is legendary. I went into this morning thinking that it did work though, but it does not. Is their hand okay? Just passing back. Their hand is Teleria West, mystery card. I assume that mystery card is a Titan. Alright, so not a super strong play, but I'm gonna go attack Ragavan plus Grist, and Grist can kill the Titan. Yeah, I mean it doesn't really make any sense for their like for them to not have a Titan if they're gonna Summer's Pact for Azusa at this spot, right? They can haste Titan. Can they? Because they have this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, of course they can. They can if they have to T West for Pact, though, right? They don't have enough mana to do that. Because we know one of their 3 cards is T West. So if that's how they're getting the Titan, they can't haste. They also might not see the line. No, they can haste Titan. They get the haste land. They pick it up with a bounce land, and they untap it. But they tap their garrison, so now they can't haste the Titan, which seems to be a punt. Why not dash Ragavan there? I feel like the upside of trading with Azusa and get the mana is worth it. If we trade with Azusa and we dash Ragavan, we can't play the 3-drop, and I actually feel like at this point in the game, after my opponent's already deployed most of the lands in their hand, they don't really need the Azusa anymore. So I actually feel like they would be pretty likely to block. And if we can't play a 3-drop and they block, we lose the game. You just lose the game for sure. So the hand is Teleria West. Okay, we could win this game. We could win this. My opponent definitely made a mistake. Titan's a hard deck to play, of course. They should not have played the Gruul Turf either. There's really not much reason to, right? Yeah, yeah. It seems like they're maybe a little bit new to the deck. I mean, every single Titan player, of course, goes through this, right? Where it just takes them a long time to learn the deck. Alright, the Grave, again, pretty dead against the main deck Relic here. Just gonna Spyro it away. Are we about to hardcast this? Probably not. Now we're just 1 mana off. My opponent didn't block. They had a pretty free block on this elemental token.
Last card is Transmute. Yeah, I know.
Opponent thinks I have Wrenn. Even if I have Wrenn, like you should be blocking here. Okay, now we just lose because they get dried and then they. Oh wait, maybe we're not dead on board. Hold on. So they transmute T West for another pact. Oh, their 2 cards were packed dry. Okay. Okay. And we're super duper dead. They just need to get bounce lands, and they just replay the bounce lands. Let me make sure that they get them, I guess, because they have been making mistakes. Well, what kind of rude for giving me some hope there, huh? I'm gonna play the first Chalice for packs. I feel like that's probably fine. Sarah's Emissary can turn off Valakut, or it can turn off their creatures attacking. Turning off Valakut might be more important. Probably fine to play, although it's like I'm almost always gonna be getting Archon first. We cut at least the second Wrenn and Six. Trail on Furies. We're just gonna submit this. Emissary and lands. Yeah, it'd be cool to name. It's just I feel like I'm almost always gonna want to be getting Archon instead. Ending for Dryad. I have Rec Sage for Dryad, and Ending's like not a particularly good answer to Dryad anyways. Oh, sorry. Let me just Spyro. Discard Archon. All right, pretty lucky. And before Bajuka Bog or Relic, I guess. Could be Dingles. We did a confidence boost. Is that for me or for you? Because we've been a little all over the place with that lately. Okay. Exile the second Valakut. It's actually kind of relevant. Don't give me hope, opponent. Yeah, Principe took off the training weights yesterday. Got 3 trophies yesterday. Pretty absurd. For me, thank you, Bodingles. I'm hoping to stay a trophy leader. Dead for a trophy this match. I mean, this deck is definitely not a deck that I think is going to be amazing, but I think it's gonna be pretty fun, and I think it's like an interesting list, and I kind of need a break from like the super duper hard control decks. Yeah. Oh god, are we Gara? I think so. I think I was Gara all along. Oh dude, I've been sleeping as poorly as Gara sleeps. I've been sleeping so bad lately. Oh man, it's been manifested. It's real now. Yeah, I think on the draw I'm gonna cut the Young Necromancer. I'm gonna play the third Fury to answer the Dryad for 0 mana. Say Gara beat Lee in the game of life overall. That's true, but it's unfortunately true because the writers stopped caring about Rock Lee. This is probably a game where I'm going to Recruiter for Vile Entomber. Yeah, Prince has a Twitter. He does have a Twitch account, but it's not active as far as we can tell. Wear Gara level eyeliner. I would do that, yeah, if someone redeemed it. But I'm currently I'm still like behind on the channel point redemptions, and I don't know. I've been very vocal that eventually like the 1 million, 2 million channel point options just have to go because the stream has unfortunately gotten to that point. But maybe one day they'll return, huh? Would I wear a giant gourd full of sand? Of course, yeah. Even IRL? I mean, what else would you mean? Drawing a land next turn I feel is going to be kind of important to get the other Hierarch down. And then probably Recruiter for Vile Entomber. I think if we draw another land, then we can go Entomber plus Persist in one go. Pretty slow. Oh, it's Fran's list. Alright, I mean, the Hierarch also lets us attack through Gretchen Titchwillow. Thank you to Fran for giving me a chance to win this game. Fran's really doing some good work for us today. Alright, land really important to draw here. Let's go. We do kind of have to hit another one, but details, right? But yeah, usually Prince isn't in the deck dumps because they choose the deck list to post based not on frequency of trophies. They just pick one deck of a given archetype to post. And Prince usually net decks or plays established lists, whatever you want to call it, and that tends to mean that Prince's list won't get published. Is Young Necromancer just better than Karmic Guide? It's a mana thing. Like we can't support double white. I mean it doesn't have Echo, which is something, but I mean they're really almost the same card. Yeah, he tweaks known Decklist for sure, which is also, of course, not a bad thing, and is also what most Magic players do, of course. Not an uncommon thing at all. They have so many creatures to sack to Archon here. Okay, we drew runner land. We got very lucky this game. This game's also not over. I have one white card in the deck. It's the Priest. I think I'm just gonna not get a I think the damage matters more here. What is this? Draw a card with Gretchen. Totally didn't really. They didn't have a land to put into play. Sack a Grazer, lose 3, discard a card, redraw a card. Dude, if they had Bog in their hand, oh my gosh, that would have been like the sickest play. You opened a foil Jade Avenger and a showcase Jade Avenger. Yeah, I've got both of those up here too. We're the same. Congratulations. Alright, we might get this one. Did I open showcase foil? Yes. This one is showcase foil. It's taped up there. I don't want to pull it down. What can we recruit for here? Probably nothing too. Oh, we can get Grist. Yeah, we can get Grist and kill their Titan. Cool. Evasive Ebu, 2 months. Welcome back. You trade for Jade Avengers for Ragavans? Yeah, that's how I got them. Easy trade deal. Don't you have just a lethal on board? Maybe. Well, they can Arboreal Grazer to block Archon. So wait, am I gonna kill the Grazer? I think I'm killing Grazer, right? I kill Grazer. They sack this. What a fitting end to a weird game, huh? Yeah, Grazer still remains the most powerful card on this battlefield, but thankfully we drew our out to it, huh? Grazer, definitely the most powerful card on this field. Alright, so 2-1. Not feeling too bad, huh? Not feeling too bad at all. Triple Ragavan. I mean, I guess I'm keeping. How many trophies did Prince have last season? Last season, Prince set the all-time trophy record. I believe it was either 74 or 75. Which is a inhuman amount of trophies. So Jeskai for iteration. Oh, the blue in Jeskai is for iteration, and then the white is for Clever Lumimancer in the prowess deck. And then I had iteration in the board, I think, or sorry, ending in the board. Now you got me doing it. So it looks like we're playing against Ouphe all spells. Seems like not a good matchup. It was 72. Are you sure? I really thought it was more than that. I believe you. Chat would never lie to me. I'm gonna sack Peatland. I might sack a Peatland. I still have 4 mana next turn to go Unmarked Grave plus Persist next turn. I can't play this. Yeah. Did Dimulich better than Entity? I mean, so it's yes, Dimulich is better than Entity, but also the real truth is Entity is bad in Modern. It's bad against Elementals. It's bad against Hammer Time. It's bad against the Unholy Heat decks. That's the whole metagame. Don't play Stormwing Entity. So I've been trying to figure out what is the best replacement, but it's like, and I have liked Dimulich. I have liked playing Lurrus's Companion, playing Lumimancer. I have liked playing Arc-like Phoenix and playing Faithless Salvaging. But it's less about like Dimulich necessarily being the solution to your problems, and more just that Stormwing Entity is a terrible card in Modern at the moment. And like, I don't know if Blue-Red oh, this is a good hit. I don't know if Prowess players know that, but I'm trying to make sure that you guys know that. Did we Persist Fury on 2? Oh, maybe we should have done that, yeah. I didn't really see the line. Yeah, that is Modern staple Young Necromancer. Thank goodness my opponents had like a just non-functional draw. First day of class was really bad in Dimulich. I got scammed by Spider Space. Don't play first day of class. Why is Storming so bad? I just went over it, but it's a combination of it lining up super bad against the Hammer Time deck. It is just a chump blocker against Hammer. It's so slow, and it just really lines up quite poorly against them. It's very bad against Elementals. It gets Solituded, Furied. It's very slow against them, and then it gets Unholy Heated super hard. Okay, so we're playing against Belcher. I want to Sarah's Emissary on Artifact, I guess. I could probably bring these into Collector Ouphe is good. I cut the Furies. I don't think Drannith Magistrate does anything. I might Chalice. I might like want to Chalice on 2. Yeah, let's cut the slow reanimation plan. What do you think of Hall of the Storm Giants versus Blue White Control and Colonnade? Hall of the Storm Giants is better than Colonnade. Kind of just period. Like it's super nice that Hall like dodges Unholy Heat. One, but I just kind of love everything about the card. Okay, so this is a turn 3 Collector Ouphe, which is hopefully going to be fast enough. We have a deck recommendation is favorable game 1 matches. I was playing the blue-black thing in the ice control deck I was playing yesterday. Did feel like it had a good Cascade matchup. Ooh, I guess I should probably Rec Sage that treasure. Seems good. All the Silent Giants first Castle Ardenvale. I like Hall because like in most blue-white decks I'm going to be wanting to play Archmage's Charm Counterspell, and you can play a lot of Mystigates to compensate for Castle, but I think at this point I'd rather just play Hall. I've been really impressed by Hall. Oh no, they have a second. Or they just turned 2 Belcher anyways. No, I could have won this game. There's nothing I can recruit for 1 mana. I guess they don't definitely have an untapped mana source, right? So we're not necessarily dead. And we stop them from drawing one, maybe. Next turn we can stop the Belcher if they don't have any mana. They probably have mana, that's just their whole deck. Yeah. Okay, sad. It was actually the reason why they're just 2 Rex Sages. I'm gonna keep this. Land is good if we hit with Ragavan. This is good, which is good enough for me. I was playing the Boros card, the one that like I imagine a lot of players don't know what it is because I didn't know what it was like a month ago. But it's a really weird card. It's a Boros card. It costs 1 red-white hybrid, 2 color, 2 generic, and I thought it said if you control a mountain and a plains. If you control a mountain, destroy an artifact. If you control plains, destroy an enchantment. If you control both, do both. But it actually says if you control 2 mountains, 2 plains, you could do one or the other. And so, I thought it was fine to play in this deck when you only needed 1 of each, but needing 2 of each, it just wasn't gonna work, I think. Oh, interesting. Well, them hitting the Narcomoebas stinks. I haven't played against Dredge in a long time. I don't have Graveyard Hate, but Sarah's Emissary and Archon are both probably pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, Dorgar Hedge Mage. Land? Let's go! Yeah, I think that this is probably going to be good enough. I'll also attack with Ragavan. If I had to play a deck for an event this weekend, what I'd be leaning towards? Well, I am playing a deck in an event this weekend, and I'm leaning towards the Grixis deck, Dress Down Shadow deck. But I am playing in the Hunter Burton this weekend. Yeah, we did 5-0 a league with Dimir Thing in the Ice. We ended up losing our first match of the day, then we won 13 matches and lost the last match. A pretty good record, only 1 trophy though. Did Masked Vandal work? It is an insect for Grist. I mean, you just won't always have a creature in the yard though. No, yeah, you don't play Masked Vandal because you need these cards to like destroy cards like Rest in Peace, and Masked Vandal does nothing against Rest in Peace. I'm gonna leave up the Copperline Gorge in case I draw Ragavan or Ignoble Hierarch. Isn't Grief really good in this deck? No, it's not. I don't think so. I don't think Grief is like very good in decks like this. You know if this weekend is gonna have coverage? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. We'll see. They failed to find. Wow, that's so unlucky. I think it is. They had coverage last time there was a Hunter Burton. I believe I think they've only had coverage 1 time, but like the last Hunter Burton was a much bigger event than any of the previous ones. Maybe the last 2 were bigger. We'll see. I don't know. I'm really just going there to see like the local players I haven't seen in a year and a half, 2 years, and hang out with people, have a good time. Daquan Watson's doing coverage. That's really cool. He doesn't remember me at all, I think, but I actually used to frequent his store back when I was like 18. Which is just a whole lifetime ago, and I was just like a goofy kid, but he was always like really, really nice and friendly. I always really liked that guy a lot. There's like no way he remembers me, but I used to frequent his store. Land would be pretty nice. Already off Dress Down Thing nice. We're gonna play some more later. I just wanted to play like this deck. We're never like that we were 13-2 with that deck yesterday. We're not just all of a sudden off of it. I don't know Brian, no. Yeah, I play different decks and I'm always trying to push myself and innovate and try new things. That's the channel. Greater Armancy is 80? That's crazy. No, I think 2 Archons is the sweet spot. I've played a lot of different Reanimator decks at this point, and I really feel like 2 like this is the package. This is the Reanimator package in Modern. Right here. It's these 10 cards, and usually you need to also play either an Imperial Rites or a Priest of Fell Rites to be able to Unmarked Grave for a reanimation spell. And then you need to supplement it with like some consistency enablers, and this is going to be either Profane Tutor. In this deck, it's Recruiter. I've played Gifts Ungiven Thirst for Knowledge in the Esper deck. So you need to play some enablers for consistency, and then you need to play jumping. And then you need to play why am I blanking on this? I think you need to have a plan B, I think. A plan B that's like somewhat resilient to graveyard hate. These are like how you build these decks, or at least how I've been building them. Oh, Hal Brady's casting? I know Hal. That's cool. Yeah, I liked the Gifts plan a lot. I've been thinking a little bit about like trying to be more in on Gifts Ungiven in these decks and playing Spiral. No! I guess I could just still persist. I clicked the wrong card. Yeah, this was a bit bad, huh? Just a misclick. Happens to all of us. Yeah, maybe I could have got Fury. Should be fine. Because they can I think conflagrate and kill one of my 2 Archons next turn, but that just isn't going to be enough. Yeah, I saw the Amulet Titan deck. That deck looks pretty cool. I feel like it needs something to like be a little more consistent because it didn't look super consistent, but I thought it was cool. Gifts and what? Spiral? Yeah, I mean, well, Spiral is going to enable your gifts a bit more, is kind of the would be the theory. And then you could also play Loam. Loam is good in some gifts piles. But I'm a bit scared to go like more in on the graveyard, I guess. Yeah, we could just persist our Archon 2 next turn if they kill one. It's kind of a funny matchup. Oh, they only have 4 cards in their hand. I thought they were gonna have 5. I miscounted. So they can play their land, conflagrate me for 3, and they can attack with both Bloodghast if they do that. But then they're just dead to me attacking. Persist Archon is just lighting Helix, yeah. You put Young Necromancer in the yard for additional body. Yeah, that would have been better. I was just like a little bit flustered with the misclick, I guess. You mean Growth Spiral? What am I saying? What did I say? That wasn't Growth Spiral. That is what I meant, though. I'm feeling like I'm getting a little bit of a sore throat. Stayed up real late last night. Alright, let's bring in the Sages. I might play Plague Engineer. Magistrate's good. Stop Conflagrate and Ox. We want the Sarah's Emissary. Fury doesn't seem particularly good. Do you want this Engineer? I'll cut the 3rd Grist. Oh, you know what? Maybe Fury is probably a bit better than Grist. I haven't played against Dredge in a long time. It's kind of brave to play the deck. So this hand is good against Leyline. I put a mold to 6. Put a mulligan too. I'm gonna keep this one probably. Put back Fury, I think. What do you name with Emissary? In this matchup, it's either sorcery for Conflagrate or just creature. I think it's gonna depend on what the game looks like. No, Leyline's nice. I think Grist has been really good so far. I've been liking the card a lot. They can't cast Thrilling Discovery here. They do have Cathartic, it looks like. Oh, but only discarding salvage. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Pretty good for us. We get to hit with Monkey. Then I'm probably just going to cast the Unmarked Grave. I think I'm just probably going to get Archon. Oh, never mind. I'm casting Golgari Thug. Kidding. Yeah, I feel like Sarah's Emissary is a little bit too easy to conflagrate. Hey Spike, do you think Kari's ever upset that Ragavan is so good? Well, I would hope not. I would hope that Kari like appreciates that her monkey's ascended to new heights, you know. Okay, so we can recruiter for Young Necromancer. We do need to draw a land in the top 2. There we go. Ding 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 ding. Is there any way to that Unmarked Grave is good in Dredge? Probably not. It seems a bit slow. Yeah, I should update that command. Maybe a mod can. I'm gonna dredge the Dark Blast to kill my recruiter. I just dredge the Thug. They should probably dredge Thug. They need to hit an Ox here. They dredge the Dark Blast. Yeah, the 2 cards clause on this is a bit weird. It's probably to prevent infinite combos with it, right? No, they Nature's claimed my treasure token? The audacity, dude. That's good. So if I Spyro and I discard anything here, I do run the risk of not being able to reanimate next turn. DK 2 months, appreciate you, buddy. So I guess I'm just gonna Unmarked Grave for Priest. Maybe I should get Sarah's Emissary. I'm gonna get the Priest though. I don't have any white mana yet. Well, my opponent knew I had Young Necromancer in my hands, AK, right? Because I just tutored for it, so I don't think we need to accuse them of ghosting, right? Never resolved this ability before. Oh, you're right. No, I do recognize this opponent as someone who was ghosting. That's I also recognize that, but matter that much. All this Jade Avenger propaganda in the chat. Kind of disappointed. I thought surely Pokey would be tired of the Jade Avenger dominance by now. Yeah, that's a great point. Why would they bring in Nature's Claim if they were ghosting? The only target is treasure tokens. But this is someone I believe that like has been, Doom has like seen them ghosting in the past. But maybe they're reformed, you know. And who cares? This is not a drama channel. Oh, I guess we don't need to ping since we just get to kill the Narcomoeba passively. Honest for not getting the another reanimation target in the yard. Be okay. Our second loss was to Belcher. We maybe misplayed, I don't know. Hey, as an avid Dredge player, unban Grave Troll, well. Appreciate the energy you're putting out into the world. Everybody's got a card they want unbanned. But I actually don't control the modern ban list, contrary to popular perception. Not my department. Alright, 3-2 with the Spicy Brew. I'm gonna run it back with the changes. We got the Rec Sages for a Foundation Breaker and a Knight of Autumn. Was Belcher and Ouphe all spells variant? Yeah.